Yeah, good week for our guys who are out of school on spring break. Their chance during the season to kind of experience what it's like to be a professional baseball player. Heading down this afternoon to play Sac State tomorrow night at Rayleigh Field, AAA ballpark for the A's, I believe. Might be the Giants now. They might have moved. Is that right? So it's a great experience playing a ballpark. That's one step away from the big leagues, which is where they all want to be someday. And then University of Cincinnati coming in here to Peccole Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday from the American Athletic Conference, one of the best baseball conferences in the country. They have one of the best players in the country in Ian Happ, surefire first-round pick. So we're expecting a good week all the way around.
How'd that Cincinnati series come up?
Just common open date. In the Mountain West, we only have 7 teams that play baseball, so everybody has a bye every 3 or 4 weeks, and ours matched up with theirs, and we're fortunate to be able to get them out here. Well, I think the contribution can't be understated. Last year and this year, and oftentimes I'll catch myself thinking, like, where would we have been in 2014 if Jason didn't come here, and certainly right now. I mean, it's a awesome ability to mix all 3 pitches for strikes, throw anything in any count, and as a hitting coach and an offensive coach, when you have guys that can do that, it really makes it difficult. And he does what he does extremely well, and we're very fortunate to have him. Well, I say this all the time. You have to get lucky in order to be really, really good, and that was a little bit of luck. He was originally going to go to the University of Michigan. Some of his transferable units didn't match up for him to meet the degree progress requirements there. And Sean Kinney, who's the pitching coach at the University of Michigan, is a good friend of mine, called me up and told me about him, and I called his JC coach immediately. Within a couple days, we went down and saw him, and we're fortunate enough to get him here. Yeah, I do. I feel really good about the entire pitching staff's performance this weekend. I mean, New Mexico is typically one of the top offensive teams, not only in our conference, but the country. They're well known for that. Had a lot of hitters sign pro contracts out of there. And this year is no different. There's a lot of good players in that lineup. And so for Cameron to really battle, I don't think he really had his best stuff on Friday, but to hold them down for 3 runs. Evan came in and did a nice job to finish that game. And then Jason and JoJo and Adam were excellent on Saturday. And then yesterday, same type of deal. Michael Fain, that was a big start, and then Christian Stolo. And really, not only win the series, but put us in a better position going forward with all these games lined up, only having to use 2 guys as opposed to 6 and 7 and some of the things we've had to done early this year. It's huge. The hardest outs in college baseball to get are the last 9, the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. And, I don't think you can have a good team without a good closer. It's just with aluminum bats, the amount of good players that are out there, there's a lot of ways to score runs. And so that's not a luxury, but it's about as we're lucky to have Adam at the end of the game. And I think we have some other guys that could do it also, and I think that speaks to our depth. But man, he's really made a jump from last year to this year, and that's helping us go to another level.
Did you expect to see him in that role this year, or did it just kind of happen?
I anticipated it. He's had some success and experience doing that in games of consequence, for a couple years, last year, and then, before our staff was even here. And when you have that kind of experience and against the competition that we play in our league is amazing. And on the offensive side of it, there's a lot of teams with a lot of good hitters, and it's hard to get those last few outs, and he's doing a good job.
Yeah, Sunday to me, it's kind of like a laid-back day. But at the same time, there's a lot of pressure to either sweep the series, like finish off the series, win the series, or stop the sweep. So I felt like it's kind of because I'm kind of like a relaxed, like laid-back guy. So I feel like Sunday was more my like mentality of a day, but it's still pressure. So there's still a good chance to compete and still try to win and try to at least get 1 win in the series. It's just kind of I've been in that situation a lot before. So it's kind of just relying on that. I know I can get almost anyone out, and relying that I have good enough stuff to get people out, and just knowing that I have a good defense behind me. Just try to make good pitches and try to limit as much barrel contact as possible. Yeah, I think about it a lot. Like, I don't know how I got here. I don't know like what would have happened if something else would have changed, but I like it here. It's definitely a new home, and I'm really happy to be here. And the great coaching staff, great teammates, all that. So I'm really happy to end up in Reno. I don't know how I made it here, but it's life-changing, and I'm trying to make the most out of it. I just feel like I kind of know how Coach Lon calls now, so I kind of know what's coming, so I can maybe prepare a little more. Going to the weight room a lot has helped me. You can't really see it on my body, but I feel stronger. And it's just the whole mental approach that we work on, and all the throwing program and everything that Coach Lon takes us through gives me that much better. And so it's just up to me to make the pitches now. This is the stronger version of me. It might not get any more past this, but that's what you see is what you get, I guess.
There's been talk about the baseball, and obviously runs are up, home runs are up. Have you noticed any difference with the seam, or any difference what you're able to do with the ball?
No. Just sometimes the wind wants the ball to carry a little further than normal. But no, nothing really too much out of the ordinary.
Jason, having a closer like Adam behind you to help finish off the games, how much confidence does that give you just to start the game?
A lot of confidence, because back when I, kind of first started pitching, it was, like I got to pitch really well to not allow, anything close. It's kind of up in the air in the last innings. But with Adam in the back of the rotation, I'm comfortable with a one-run lead, and I'm comfortable knowing that he's coming in for maybe even 2 innings at that time.
And you guys give your thoughts on playing Sac State and then Cincinnati?
Sac State, they have a really good field, Rayleigh Field. They're always good in the WAC, so it's going to be a tough contest. We kind of want to get them back for what they did to us last year at Rayleigh. So we're hoping to kind of come out aggressive and compete really well. And then Cincinnati, I don't know too much about, but just again hoping to come out and throw strikes early, be aggressive, and then hopefully Austin Byler can maybe get a few hits or something like that and carry us through the weekend.
I guess playing Cincinnati, playing a big name team, that's kind of got you guys pumped up for that, right?
Yeah, definitely. We don't get too much publicity for who we play, so playing teams like Texas Tech and Cincinnati now, it's definitely going to be a confidence booster if we can go out and play well, and kind of take it through the week and see how well we match up with other teams in bigger conferences.
I want to do something on Coach Johnson's visualization and how that actually translates on the field. I guess, what did you think when you first looked at once you guys went down on the top and stuff like that, and how does it actually help you do properly?
Well, we had done it at Long Beach State, so I was kind of used to it. But now when we lay down and kind of visualize, it kind of relaxes us, because maybe we had a test or something coming up in class, or some off the field, something's going on. So it kind of helps us really focus on the task at hand, and really helps us visualize, throwing low strikes or hitting the opposite way, or kind of really helps with just all aspects of the game, and it helps you kind of control your breathing, which helps you relax more, and so you don't get too over anxious or hyped for a game.
So Adam, how do you just feel like you've played so far in the closer role this year?
I think I've just done the basics pretty well, which is what I try to focus on when I go out there. Throw strikes, attack every hitter when they come up, and I think it's been working so far.
Is that something you really like doing? You have a very short window when you play, just go 100% the whole time?
Yeah, and that's kind of the way that I've always pitched. It doesn't matter what the role is. When I go in there, I want to attack that first hitter and keep attacking everybody after that too.
Did you expect to be the closer this season?
I kind of had an idea just from, experience of the last 2 years and then over the summer. But like I said, we have a bunch of guys that can pitch, and whoever's fit for that situation, I think, can get the job done.
Can you talk about that pressure, going into a final inning or final 2 innings with a 1 or 2 run lead, it's on your shoulders to, keep that?
Yeah, I really don't think about the pressure that much. I try to keep every situation the same. Doesn't matter if it's bases loaded with no outs or we have a 10-run lead. I'm going in there and I'm just trying to throw strikes and get ground balls.
And then your friend Colby was the closer last year. Did you take a lot from him when he was the closer?
A little bit. I came in after him quite a bit for a majority of the year. So towards the end of the year when we were kind of flip-flopping a little bit, I think both of us learned a lot from each other.
Yeah, I know I've asked you a bunch of times, but again, how does it feel just to play in front of your family and friends up here?
Oh, it's great. I love playing in front of these fans, especially these last few weekends with all the fans that have been coming out and giving us a lot of support. And, it was always my dream coming here and playing here. So it's something that I love every day.
Doing so much, Jason. I guess when you see him pitch, what do you see as his strengths and why do you think he's been successful?
Well, he's always relaxed out there. He throws a lot of strikes, and we know what we're going to get from him. A lot of strikes and bad contact from the other team. And like he said, I would describe him as a very relaxed type of guy, and he carries that over while he's pitching too.
Have you kind of seen him evolve with his pace, starting to the last couple of years?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. We just know that he's gonna go out there and give us a quality start almost every single time, and he's been one of the guys this year, especially early in the season, that's been able to eat up a lot of innings and throw really well.
Going to the visualizations that Coach Johnson wanted you guys to do, I guess what was your initial thought when you about that?
I've never done really anything like that, and so when he brings in Carlene Sugarman to come in and help us with visualization, and then we do it before every game and practice sometimes, I think it's a good way to kind of separate yourself from off the field, like school and stuff like that, and kind of get in that mode. You're at the baseball field, and it's time to have fun and be with your brothers and friends out there.
Could you see Coach Powers taking you guys, laying you down and trying to?
I don't know. Maybe. I guess he could have done that, but we didn't really do too much of that type of stuff.
Have you noticed any difference in what you can do with the ball as the season's getting different? Obviously, we are at times, so I assume you're comfortable with it, but has there been any changes in how you see the play?
A little bit. I like the lower seams on the ball. I feel like I can get tighter spin on my slider, and my fastball has a little bit more sink on it. And it's just something that I got used to over the summer because they have lower seams in the summer too. So I haven't really noticed too much with the hitters. I mean, like Jason said, the wind, especially at Peccole, helps out. But our team can hit, so I don't know if the balls make a difference in that aspect.
Just your thoughts on Sac State and Cincinnati real quick.
Yeah, Sac State, we had a tough loss last year at Raley Field, so obviously we want to get them back and play well there. And then, like Coach said, Cincinnati has a good player in Ian Happ. I've faced him a few times over the summer, and it'll be nice to be able to play someone that we haven't played before and is from a bigger conference, so we're excited for it.
Based on you faced somebody you faced in your summer leagues, I guess does that kind of you take notes when you play him, when you come to the college season?
I know I do, and I'm sure that he'll remember me a little bit, just because I was different, the way I throw and stuff. But I definitely remember facing him and the at-bats that I had against him. So it'll be something that I can kind of learn from and take into this series.
So doing so much, Jason, obviously you faced him with ball and things like that. I guess what makes the difference really out from
I think the fact that he just fills up the zone with all 3 pitches, or 4 pitches now. He just developed a cutter that I think's helped him a lot this year. And he just throws a lot of strikes. He goes out there with a cool, calm demeanor, and he's always having fun, and he's always keeping it loose. I think that helps him a lot. Yeah, I think that's huge confidence booster, holding an offense like that to very little runs at all, and just pitching deep into the game. I think that's huge for us, give our bullpen a little bit of a break and kind of get guys in the right roles. And I think we have a lot of confidence in whoever goes out there and starts. Obviously this week we'll have 5 different starters, and that'll be kind of crazy to see, but I think we got at least 5 guys that can go out there and get the job done, so it'll be good. Yeah, no, Coach tells us every day it's a 56-game playoff, and every game matters just as much as the previous one. And whether it's conference or a midweek game, those games matter. They're huge, especially on the road against a good team in Sac State. That's big for the RPI, and that's big for our confidence moving forward as a team. So I think this game is always going to be a big game, but we just have to attack it the same way as it's just another day, another opponent, and just another time opportunity.
The change in the ball, I mean, how much further does it go on average if we hit the ball?
Honestly, I haven't even really noticed the difference. Maybe it makes a big difference, and I really don't know. But I feel like the balls are coming off the bat a little harder in the gaps, and they get there a little quicker. But other than that, I haven't noticed a huge difference.
More just the quality of player at Nevada right now.
Yeah, I think it's more just the quality hitters.
The visualizations, and Coach Johnson said, I want you guys to do this. Do you think this might be a little silly, or I guess what was your thought?
No, I actually heard about it or started doing it a little bit myself my freshman summer. I got introduced to the mental side of the game, and I was a huge fan of it. I think it's changed the way all of us look at the game and the way all of us prepare and play, and it just helps you kind of get focused, calm yourself down, remove all the outside distractions, and just kind of focus on the task at hand, like Jason said. And I think it's a big part to our success and our routine as well.
Do you actually think it changes, how well you guys play once you step into the line?
Yeah, because I really believe that it does. Because if you're visualizing your at bats, you're getting there, you're already prepared and you're already ready. Instead of you're going on deck and now you're just finally getting ready to hit off this guy. If you have an idea of who you're facing, you can visualize that left-hander, right-hander, and I think it helps us out a lot.
Knowing you have a closer like Adam, who's so far this season, has been pretty solid for you guys. Does that give you guys an extra confidence heading into those final innings when you have a narrow lead?
Yeah, no, we have all the confidence in the world in Adam and our bullpen, and we know if we can get to the 6th inning with the lead, the game's just about over. I mean, we have so many good arms in the back of our bullpen and some good starting pitching lately, and I think that's just huge to have Adam back there. It's kind of like a safe net for us and somebody that's going to come in and compete every single time.
Have you noticed yourself that you've been a lot more patient this year in the batter's box?
Yeah, and I've definitely tried to be more patient, and I think it's helped a lot just trying to get to the next guy. Obviously, I have Ryan Howell hitting behind me who's on fire, and if I just get on base for him, it's a lot of RBIs that he can be getting, and it's a lot of runs we can be scoring. And I think the more that I just get on base and just take my at-bats one at a time, I think it's going to help us.
Talk about facing a big team like Cincinnati and having them come to Peccole this week.
Yeah, no, I think that's really cool. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for us to face another conference game. It's another team who's got some good players over there, and it's going to be an opportunity to see how they do it on the East Coast and kind of compare those things and kind of get after it against them.
Adam's currently hitting 1,000. Would you like to see him have a couple of at-bats to knock that number down?
Yeah, and I'd like to see him hitting the 3-hole tomorrow, trying to get things going for us. But, that was a sweet stroke that he had there, and I think he might get a couple more hits if he gets the chance.